What's this? Oh. Hey there. Welcome. You know me as Santa Claus. Actually, it's me, the Near Mint Nerd. Hey guys, I'm back. It's been a whole year, but I'm back finally to do my famous, that nobody's ever really heard of, Christmas haul. So it's 2018's Near Mint Nerd Christmas haul. I got lots of new books. You know, in the year since I've done this, I actually have collected maybe 10 long boxes full of stuff. And, you know, I'm going to show it to you as soon as I can, but I've been so busy this year. So this is a special Christmas treat for you. Just a quick video to show you the stuff I've gotten in the last, 12 months or so. And going to send you over to the other Near Mint Nerd, and he's going to get you all set up and show you the covers and show you all the Christmas books. Some of them new, some of them old, some of them you may have never even heard of before. I hope so. You know, that's the fun part of these hauls. All right, guys, I'm going to go do that now, and I'll see you on the other side.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, riding down Santa Claus Lane. Blitzen, blitzen, all here's a reindeer pulling on a rein. Bells are ringing, children singing all.
Hey gang, welcome to the new Christmas 2018 haul. I got lots of great books to show you here. Just to get you started, I'll plop this one right here because, you know, it's not really inherently a Christmas cover. It's more of a winter cover, and that's fine. You'll see on the borders I've got a couple of sledding covers. That's another theme I really like is sledding. So thought those would make good borders. So this is new. This is brand new. This is brand new in the last couple of weeks. Just loving these Cho covers, right? Aren't these gorgeous? Oh, I wrecked my border now, but I had to show you. I had to show you a little bit closer. Man, guys, this has been a busy year for me. I'm really sorry I haven't done more videos. In fact, my last video was the 2-part Christmas haul from last year. This is going to be a shorter haul just to get me back into the groove. It's going to feature some books from this holiday season as well as some others that I pulled out of dusty old bins throughout the year. I'm going to show you this one first. It's not really a holiday or Christmas cover. It's another sledding cover, this one on skis. But I had it lying around, so I thought I'd grab it and show you guys. So the first books I'm going to show are going to be actually less Christmas and more just winter holiday special. And these are all, 3 of them are brand new from the last couple of weeks, and 1 is an older one. Maybe I'll show you the older one first. So I pulled this out of a bin recently. Is this new? Maybe this is new. Actually, this is new. What am I talking about? All 4 of these are new. I think this came out 2 weeks ago, maybe. It's the Merry X-Men Holiday Special. Not quite a Christmas book, right? So close, yet so far away. But cute nonetheless. I thought it was a really cute cover. And I'll probably much buy anything Christmassy. So there's the Hellboy Winter Special. Did you guys see the new trailer for the Hellboy movie that just came out? Oh, man. Looking forward to that one with David Harbour as Hellboy. I think that's going to be great. Anyways, last year I showed the cover that came out for the Hellboy Winter Special, which was an Adam Hughes variant. This year, no Adam Hughes variant, but this is a pretty cool cover nonetheless. It's Fabian Moon. How do I know? Because there's an F and a little picture of a moon. See it there? Under that little goblin thing on his shoulder. Didn't quite come into focus, but I promise it's there. Anyways, while not inherently Christmas, it is a holiday special. Not everybody celebrates Christmas. And we're going to make this as inclusive to everybody as we can. And so here's another holiday special, Red Sonja holiday special from Dynamite. This came out a couple of weeks ago as well. Really cool cover. I love the blue. It's a blue Christmas without you. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. I won't sing anymore. Next up, we have DC's Nuclear Winter Special. And this is basically DC's annual anthology holiday special. This one has 10 cataclysmic carols. So 10 short stories and they're all themed to be the idea of a post-apocalyptic world. So that's actually kind of interesting, kind of fun, like a new way to do it, rather than like, you know, the traditional just plain Christmas stories. Having a theming to it is actually kind of interesting. I haven't read this yet. I'm saving this for Christmas Eve. I got one other one I'm saving for Christmas Eve I'm going to show you soon. We'll get to that in a second. So next up, I will show you... I always associate Christmas with horror because of a little story I like to call A Christmas Carol. Well, I don't like to call it that. That's what it's called. The Charles Dickens classic, which as old as Christmas, basically, because it was Charles Dickens who actually, I don't know if you know this, but before A Christmas Carol was actually released, Christmas was almost dead. Like, no, it was kind of a church holiday, and no one really celebrated it in the same way. And then A Christmas Carol came out, and that changed. That's when people started getting Christmas trees. That's when people started, like, making it a big deal. Like, so a lot of that had to do with Charles Dickens. And it is, of course, a ghost story. He meets the three ghosts. So I'm a horror guy too. I love horror movies. So Christmas horror is kind of a mashup that I've always appreciated. So here we have Project Superpowers, Xmas Carol, which I assume is like something to do with Christmas Carol. I don't know. I got this one, The Uncanny X-Men, The Ghost of Xmas Past. So this is specifically because it's the Christmas Carol theme. You'll see. And then we get into more of a traditional horror story, a very zombie Christmas. I love this cover. I love Santa as a zombie. Something pretty chilling about that, wouldn't you say? It's very spooky, I suppose. This is from 2009. I don't even know if it's worth anything like that. I bought it for $1. I bought a huge collection for $1 that had some amazing books in it. You would be shocked if you knew what I brought home for $1 quite recently. Well, hang on, folks. My phone's ringing, so I'm just going to pause this and get back to you. Okay, so our final horror Christmas book is Clive Barker's Hellraiser Dark Holiday Special. I liked that they kept it to a dark holiday special, make it for everybody, and then they just tacked on Merry Christmas right underneath, so made it not as inclusive anyways. But I guess he's dressed as Santa Claus, so that's fine. But I like all these dark toys and the Hellraiser box. You would think that would be the Jack in the Box. Is that a missed opportunity? A cover where the Jack in the Box is the Hellraiser box? Maybe. But it's a great cover. Oh, I didn't even notice those two kids in the mirror. Do you see them there over his shoulder? Ooh. I'm assuming this one came out a while ago, because it's from Epic, I think. Yeah, this is an Epic comic, so this isn't that modern. I wasn't sure if it came out in the last couple of weeks or not. I guess not. So this has been around for a while. It's probably part of that Hellraiser series that Epic had, but it doesn't seem to be one of the numbered issues. It seems to be a special. But it is prestige format, probably 48 to 64 pages. So it's a nice little read. I'm looking forward to it. I did flip through it, and it is an anthology title. There's a bunch of different stories in it. I think that one's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, next up. Why don't we do I want to do this now, or do I want to do this last? Let's go to this. Let's go to, because this always isn't for everybody, so I'll end on the more recent stuff. I'm going to show you I always get a lot of Disney stuff or cartoon stuff. This year, I only found a few, but I'll show them to you. First up, we got a Gladstone era Walt Disney Donald Duck. It's Donald Duck number 251. You see the little clever thing here where he had a golf club in his stocking, the perfect size. Gotta love that. For Donald. I wonder who gave it to him. His Dear Santa letter is still sitting there, though. Shouldn't he have mailed that off instead of nailing it to the hearth? How is he going to get his stuff? Santa doesn't come with one of everything and then he reads your list and leaves it. I think Donald is Christmasing wrong. Anyways, also got a Walt Disney Comics from the Gemstone era, when they were a little more expensive, but this package they came in, I've shown you these before. This is Walt Disney's Comics and Stories, number 697. Cute little cover there. But these are also the prestige format. So they are 64 pages. Great package. 4 or 5 stories in them. A great little intro page where the publisher talks about each story and why it was selected. It's kind of like, they've selected the story specifically for each issue. And I really like that aspect of it. It's I guess you would say it's been curated, right? Curated stories. Also, we got this year's Disney Mickey and Donald Christmas Parade from IDW. It's a IDW one-shot. Obviously, IDW holds the Disney license now, weirdly, and not Marvel, I guess because Marvel doesn't want to publish them or for whatever the reason. I noticed that IDW is actually going to do like superhero Marvel comics too. That's really strange. Anyways, you'll see the Disney brand there. Mickey and Donald Christmas Parade, lovely, and happy holidays. I don't really buy the IDW Disney comics because I find like the covers aren't as like, look at the difference. This just feels computer generated and kind of like a little generic and not that fun. This feels like old school like art. It's beautiful. It pops. It's vibrant. It feels like it's classic Disney art, whereas this feels kind of new school. And I don't know. There's something about it that is just not as amazing. But what is amazing is it is a very robust book. I'd say at least 64 pages, maybe more. Thick cardstock, beautiful white pages. The art really pops. So no complaints there. And finally in this section, I'm going to show you Frosty the Snowman. And this is a 10-cent issue. Number 748. There was 747 previous Frosty the Snowman issues? No, guys. This is actually... I don't know because I haven't looked in the comic, but I imagine this is actually the series, Dell's 4-color comic series, in which they just, every issue had some different character or characters in it that ran quite a bit. Disney did a lot of them, and a lot of Hanna-Barbera, and a lot of stuff like that. So this issue, and there was another one I didn't pick up because it was even rougher shape, and they were $5 each. So I was like, I'm not going to buy both just for this video. But I did buy this one. It's probably like a 2 or something. It's a reader copy, not in very good shape. Shameful that they were charging $5. But I guess I bought it, so maybe it's not so crazy after all. But it is a 10-cent issue. Classic old comic. I do love the cover. I love this style. You know, it feels very old Life magazine or something style animation. And that's that. Okay, so now we'll go into the more mainstream stuff. Here's a couple of back issues to start. There's this one, The Mighty Thor 444. Who is the shocking super foe of all? The most shocking super foe of all? Well, it seems to me it's probably the Hulk in a Santa hat, wouldn't you think? There's no indication, by the way, on the cover, that except for that little Santa hat in the silhouette, that this is a Christmas issue. Isn't that weird? Because you'd think that would be a sales point. And then you open it up, and it's full-on a Christmas issue. How the Grunk Stole Christmas. So, isn't that strange? Like, if you're going to do a Christmas issue, you might as well tout it from the start. Look, they make the Hulk look like the Grinch. Isn't that funny? Maybe it's not the Hulk. Am I crazy? It is not the Hulk. Doesn't that look like the Hulk? Wow. Can you tell I haven't read this? I'm just looking at this now. Maybe it really is something called a Grunk, which is some kind of Asgardian demon or something. Huh. Should I just pause? Look, he's even saying Grunk, kind of like, Groot. Look at that. Grunk. Bark. Grunk. He only says Grunk. Look at that. It's a precursor to the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy. You know what I'm talking about, right? All right, so let's see here. So there's that. It's not in a bag and board because it is a reader copy. It's like all beat up, and so I haven't taken care of that one. That'll go back in my reader bin. Take that to the cottage to read this summer. Arak, Son of Thunder. This is like a Conan knockoff. They never really did that well. I think it did about 30 issues or so, maybe an annual in there. This is a newsstand. Not that that means that much for a series like this, but as you see, it's perhaps the most unusual Christmas story of the millennium. You would think they would just say, it is the most unusual Christmas story. Why hedge your bets? Anyways, I assume this red-coated fellow, white-bearded fellow, is some sort of barbarian-era version of Santa Claus. I guess that's the conceit. I don't know. Hard to tell. It's another cover where Christmas isn't quite as blatant. And here's another one. Shazam #1. This just came out. Jeff Johns, Dale Eaglesham. So why is it here? Because the backup story is actually a full-on Christmas story. So this is a great one. If you bought this issue and you haven't had a chance to read it, now's the time. It is actually a Christmas issue, guys. Dig in. Okay. Here's another fun one from a few years ago. X-Men 100-page monsters. Do you remember when Marvel did this for they did Iron Man, they did Captain America. I think they did Hulk. I think they did maybe 5 or maybe more like around 8 of them for different titles. I think this was the only one I didn't own for whatever reason because it doesn't look familiar to me. And I do have the rest. But basically it's a 22-page story. And then the rest is like maybe a couple of new stories, and then and then filler, and then reprints and stuff. But still, it's a nice package for $5. You get 100 pages. That's nothing wrong with that. I actually really liked when they did this. I don't know why I didn't get this one, especially with my love of Christmas comics. I picked this up for $1. I think I actually showed this one last year. I think I probably have another copy. But it was adorable, and I didn't remember if I had it or not, so I thought it was worth bringing home. Always nice to see, Charlie's parents, or Charlie. I don't know why I said Charlie. Archie's parents and Veronica's parents, hanging out together. How often do you see that? But I guess this is from the era when they're married, right? And I guess these are their kids. One looks like Archie, and the other looks like Veronica, weirdly. Actually, one looks like, what's her name? Little Lulu or something? Or Little Nancy, right? She looks like Little Nancy. Oh my god, guys. Can you tell this was last minute and I didn't put a lot of research into any of this stuff? Next up, this just came out. And I just bought this and I'm just noticing the top cover is screwed up. See that there? See that? Oh, my Christmas is ruined. But this is Season's Beatings #1. I think that's Deadpool in the Santa Claus outfit there. I haven't even really looked at this one. Spidey in the hat. And nothing says Merry Christmas like a death banner atop your book. But it is Stan the Man Lee, R.I.P. So we respect that. Maybe, he's like the ghost of Marley. He'll come back and be carrying the chains of his life. I don't know. Too soon? Maybe. All right, we got Deadpool #7. This just came out. Really like this cover. Sword to an elf's throat. Gotta love it. Strangely, it had, I think, 3 covers, and 2 of them were Christmas covers. Here's the other one. I really like this one, sneaking up on Santa in his sleigh. I don't know how he got up there, but he must have a contract out on Santa. It's a really great cover. Really like that one. It's who did the cover? I don't know, but it's not Scotty Young. I know that much. He's just doing the writing on that. Almost done here, guys. Next up, we have an issue of Action Comics. It's 1005. I can't believe I'm saying 1005. That's crazy. This is, of course, Bendis's run. This is the B cover, which is like the no trade dress on the top, just a little bit on the bottom. A beautiful cover. And there's a little snowman there amongst all the kids. I don't think he's a living snowman, and I hope not. That'd be terrifying. The kids probably just built them. Here's another character. I grew up with this character when I was a kid in comics. He hasn't had like a legitimate comic in like a long-running comic in a long time, but American Mythology has been putting out the odd issue of some of his adventures, and that's the Pink Panther. So this is brand new, Pink Panther Classic Christmas. I like what American Anthology is doing. They're doing Casper. They're doing Three Stooges. They have a couple of licenses. They're doing Top Dog. I love those books. So I was happy to grab this, and I love getting to see Pink Panther. It's funny because in the cartoons and in his his origin as the animated segment of the Pink Panther movies, he never talks, but in the comics he does. He talks up a storm. Next up, we have this beautiful, beautiful Artgerm cover. Although it's a little disappointing because, in the solicits, the tone, the ink tones were much lighter. Like, there's Santa there in the corner. There's me in the reflection. That's me in the corner. You can see, like, you can barely see Santa out cold. Like, the idea is she's, like, knocked him out and taken his sack. And it's great, but in the solicitations, you could see it much more clear. Hang on a sec, guys. Back again. Sorry, it's a work day for me, and my phone keeps ringing off the hook. It's crazy. I'm going to turn it back on here because I missed an important call just now. Anyways, so there we go. There's Catwoman. And two more quick ones here. Very similar to the Deadpool cover, actually. We have Harley Quinn, number 55. Get comfy, Santa. We're going to be here a while. And she's got him all tied up. Oh, that saucy, saucy Harley. I just want to find that other Deadpool cover so we can compare. Kind of like, look at that. Contrast and compare. Quite similar in a way. Both of them have lists, and both of them are kind of surrounded by a tree and presents. I guess that's where the similarities end. And finally, the annual adventures of Klaus, or Claus, I guess. Grant Morrison's creation of the Origins of Santa. This one is a Virgin variant. The actual name of the series of this one shot is Claus and the Crying Snowman. I really liked last year's one shot. Really looking forward to this year's one shot as well. And I just happened to be able to grab the variant cover, the Virgin variant. So very excited about that. Okay, guys, that's it. I gotta get back to work, so had to keep this a little short. But have a Merry Christmas, guys. And I'm gonna turn you back over to Nerd Claus right now. Take care. Bye. Well, guys, that's it for this year. I hope you had a good time. I know I did. And, I really miss doing this. I hope to have more videos for this year. In fact, I'm going to really, really, really attempt to do at least one a month. Hopefully bi-weekly. Best case scenario, once a week. We're going to get back into the pattern. I've really missed you guys. I hope you miss me too. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you think about it. Why don't we take a beat right now? Thank you. Hit like if you enjoy it. Send me a note. Happy to respond to you guys. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. Your ideas for the new year and all that great stuff. And I'm going to see you guys soon, okay? Have a great Christmas. Have a great holiday season. Have a great Hanukkah. Anything you're celebrating, I hope it's a great time in this December, January season. And I'll see you guys in the new year, okay? Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, riding down Santa Claus Lane. Blitzen, blitzen, all there's a reindeer pulling on